The year is now 2014. Zion is 108 years old and her body needs extra maintenance and refurbishing. In fact, the building needs a major restoration in order to stand in majesty for another century. The Zion Council has authorized and completed several projects to prepare for our major work. We began with power washing the exterior wall surface and refurbishing eaves troughs and downspouts, which had been plugged and mismatched. They are functional now and aesthetically uniform. In addition, we learned about our problems. Under the portico, there has been significant damage to the wood. Repointing a stone is needed, as well as replacement of the right side cornice. Lights have been replaced and cleaned. Zion contracted for thermal imaging to be done to identify concerns about uneven heat throughout the building. In this external shot, it is minus 20 degrees Celsius outside, a regular winter day in Moose Jaw, and the heat loss, shown in red, is massive. Here you could see cold infiltration along the stairwell, and finally a single pane of glass on the south side, same day, shows the window reading minus 1 degree, and the radiator nearby registers plus 100 degrees. This causes many areas of dew point damage. Cold water and warm water collide, they rise as moist air, and this peels the paint and plaster. Zion is currently doing an efficiency test with rigid foil back insulation to determine how well this moderates temperature. Indications so far are that this tactic, along with new windows, will work. You are now inside the dome room. The first thing to notice is the amazing stained glass construction. As well, you see the structural corrections made in the 1970s to prevent the collapse of the dome. The pigeon tells us that the envelope is not adequately sealed. The engineering plan for the future includes wrapping the glass in insulation and adding lights. This will be part of the attic restoration, to seal and create a barrier of insulation, hopefully avoiding heat infiltration in summer and heat loss in winter. Looking up, you see that the dome structure woodwork is still in wonderful shape. Notice corrections made during the years to ensure structural integrity. The floor needs repair and insulation will be added, with insulation blankets around the glass dome. Quotes are in to upgrade light fixtures and to replace conduit and wiring. In the sanctuary, the dew point problem is obvious. The destruction of internal walls is rampant. There is a problem with thermal bridging, and cold travels along internal beams. A necessary and major future task involves the placing of insulation fully through the building between outer brick and inner walls. This will involve taking off all interior wood panels to get into the space. Then it will all need to be reinstalled. The narthex and foyer walls show damage and peeling paint. Here the surfaces are being prepared for new painting. Zion's property committee also uses volunteer labor attempting to repair surface damage on an ongoing basis. When the various areas receive the new coat of paint, they will reclaim the warmth and the beauty of the interior. However, within a year or two, this is what you will see at the same spot. The social hall and kitchen will require major updating so they can meet appropriate building codes. And last but not least, there are only 2 washrooms in the original structure. Updating and increasing the number of washrooms is critical while addressing the low water pressure and lack of fans and venting. The situation becomes even more of a concern when there are hundreds attending an event.